Isn't it frustrating that no matter how hard you try, the problems you have seems to be pushing you back over and over again? Don't you know that some of these problems are just fake problems that you have made up in your mind? You cannot hold yourself back away from growth, so it is essential to address these fake problems, what triggers them, and how you can bring yourself away from the tight spot. Don't you hate it when you're trying to grow in life, but problems keep pushing you back, especially since those problems are fake problems that you made up? In this video, you will learn why you make fake problems, how they appear, and how to fix them. Welcome to Nurux. Contrary to common belief, there isn't such a thing as a difficult profession that calls for exceptional talent. Even while certain issues appear to be more difficult than others, the typical issues we face on a daily basis are not at all hard. Some people self-construct problems in the back of their brains, which prevents them from acting, leading them to believe that some matters are too complicated for them to handle. The limbic system, which is directly beneath the cerebrum, is in charge of a person's survival. Because there were dangers everywhere in earlier times, the human brain has developed to keep individuals safe. There is currently very little to no chance that you may come across a pride of lions. The limbic system is still there in us, but it has a different function. It is currently in charge of invoking emotional reactions to hypothetical problems. Instead of dealing with your true issues head-on, you did absolutely nothing to feel safe and comfortable. However, if you don't take fast action and let things to resolve themselves without your assistance, your difficulties compound and grow into a significant issue that impedes your progress. Now, how do fake problems keep you from growing? Here's the catch. When fake problems become real problems, in order to protect your well-being, the limbic system, commonly referred to as the lizard brain, stops you from performing uncomfortable activities. This portion of the brain creates hypothetical circumstances that are likely to materialize into genuine issues that require your attention to be resolved. However, there is no real remedy to a false problem because it doesn't exist to begin with. For instance, you might want to read but run into trouble since you don't have a comfortable couch with a proper light source. Do you believe that the issue is genuine or something you made up? Consider another scenario in which you need to study for a test but are unable to focus due to background noise. If you didn't pass the test, would you quit studying and point the finger at the noise? Or would you look into other options on how to reduce the noise or possibly get rid of it entirely? Even when the issue is real, you create false issues by reasoning with the concerns. You will become stuck in an endless cycle and find it difficult to escape if you develop the habit of making up problems. Some people try to avoid difficult circumstances because they believe that there should be no inconveniences in life and that everything would fall into place for them naturally and without any major obstacles. But when they eventually run with someone who made it without too many problems, the lizard brain starts to take over. You are being outperformed by folks you once believed to be unable because of the artificial challenges you manufacture. Here's another example. You've made the decision to commit to everyday exercise in order to enhance your physical and emotional health. You considered getting a gym membership, but when you inquire about the cost, you learn that it's quite expensive. In addition, the facility is crowded, and you also need to acquire sports equipment. If you really want to go, don't build a house of competing justifications. Instead, sign up without trying to come up with ever new difficulties. Don't worry too much about if there will be traffic outside, whether it will be busy, or whether the waiter will be pleasant if you want to eat out. Just leave if you want to. Avoid making up false difficulties. When you invent difficulties, all you're doing is giving yourself absurd justifications for delaying action. Because we are not yet prepared for those things, we often do this knowingly. If not, we would have acted then without hesitation. Now, how do we fix fake problems? Our mind is our greatest enemy and fake problems' greatest friend. In order to resolve matters that impedes your growth, here are the proven ways you could follow. Number 1. Ignore them. Your ability to recognize that some of your difficulties are fake and that confronting them head-on will result in greater rewards than risks will depend on how emotionally intelligent you are. Normally, you run before the sun rises, but one morning it's a little too chilly. Anyhow, move. You want to cook but hesitate because of the subsequent dishwashing required. Anyhow, Cook formed the practice of dismissing small, meaningless issues. They are frequently fictitious issues that you created on your own. Number 2. Give yourself reward. Reward yourself with a small token for a job well done in solving a fake problem. You're questioning, for instance, what you need to do to plan your budget. To fill up an Excel sheet, you must collect all of your spending receipts, including those for food, utilities, and other miscellaneous expenses. You'll probably complete the assignment, all pumped up, without encountering any obstacles at all if you image yourself obtaining a reward of spending what would be left after you compute your finances. And number 3, make opportunities. If your issue is a lack of a suitable reading area, save aside some of your earnings to get a soft pillow and an affordable lamp so that you can have an environment that might serve as an inspiration. You don't need to focus on your shortcomings. If you don't move, you'll never find a comfortable location. Consider difficulties as chances to expand, improve things for the better. Let me conclude with a quotation. Easy to spot a yellow car when you are always thinking of a yellow ore. Easy to spot an opportunity when you are always thinking of opportunities. Easy to spot reasons to be mad when you are always thinking of being mad. You become what you constantly think about. Watch yourself. Therefore, your brain will constantly detect problems if you focus on them. Your mind will be wired to see issues in the future if your brain has been so obsessed with troubles in the past. Relative comparison is the term for this occurrence. And perhaps this is why some people never seem to be able to get out of trouble. Some individuals appear to be pursued by trouble wherever they go. However, in fact, they are the ones chasing the issue. Since fake problems frequently pass for real ones, it can be difficult to tell them apart. Nevertheless, the solution is in your hands regardless of whether they are real issues or made-up issues that you invent.